what I just got. Also, it lights up. Also, I can't see. It's so cool though, right? I'm so excited because this shade right here, it's the shade Light Neutral. I already know, so it's not the more yellow one, it's the bigger swatch. That's going to be perfect. That's going to be absolutely perfect. I'm so excited. So I went ahead and turned on the flash. I just barely swatched this one, the shade Fair Light. That's going to be this one. It looks pretty good, but I'm going to finish my cup of coffee and we're going to go film. Here I am again to do some more makeup. So much makeup. I am rather excited for the concealer. This, I'm not going to say I'm super excited for. This I'm excited for, but I am going to film a first impressions video. I'm going to try to have that edited and posted tonight. I'm so excited. I'm not even speaking right. I'm out of control, but I'm going to try both of them together. I also need to film this today too. I'm a little behind, but that's okay. I'm sure y'all are going to forgive me. And I need to post the powder. I'm behind on my editing. But for right now, let's just start a quick little eye look. Don't trust me. I'm going to try to make it quick. But I do want to use this. Look at how pretty this is. This is from Victoria Beckham. Let's try this out. I know this is wildly pricey, but let's see if it's any good. First, we're going to start with some clean canvas. I'm going to grab my C31 here and just go to town. Put on that eye primer. And I'm sure you noticed I do have mascara on, but I'm going to be wearing falsies, so it doesn't really matter. I had to go run some errands before I started today's tutorial. And I wanted to feel a little fancy, so I put on mascara. Okay, so I was going through my palettes and I thought, let's use this again. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I love it. I do love the shimmers. We're not going to be using, we might use this one for our inner corner, so I take all that back. I'm telling you, I get wild. I want a really warm crease, so let's start with this shade. And I'm grabbing this on an E28, and I'm just going to go ahead and start to press that in my crease. Now, I'm not worrying about this getting on my lid today, but if I was, let me show you. I'm going to grab it more on the tip of the brush. Still the side, but the side kind of right there. You can see where I place it. So I would flip that towards the ceiling. And then you can see I have more control over the placement, and it's not going to go on my lid quite as much, a little bit, but you can see this difference. But today it doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of pressing it in here. I'm not really going to worry about my lid. So we'll just go ahead and just press it on all haphazard. Not a care in the world here. I wanted this to look a little bit more warm. Get ready. You got on your makeup seatbelt? Put it on. Put it on. So whenever I want to add some warmth, even a little bit more red, I'm going to grab red. So red is going to add more warmth to this. I'm going to grab this red, primary red. Look at this. All we need is that much. Also, this palette is amazing. It's so amazing. It's a great working palette for this exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking that, I'm going to press it mainly into the brown first, kind of into the deepest part of that brown, and then from there we're just going to start to push it upwards. And this is just going to kind of shift that into more of a red brown. So if you ever have a red and you're like, what the heck do I do with this red? Well, you can use it to kind of adjust the other colors, your more neutral colors. You can just adjust them and kind of pull them in different directions. I love makeup. I went absolutely feral. This palette is from Lynn Bunny Cosmetics. Again, it's absolutely stunning, so pigmented. It's a must. It's truly amazing. I love it. I'm gonna grab this shade. We're back into the Patrick Ta palette. Just a little touch of this shade, just a little smidgy, and then we're gonna tap that right above the first two shades we laid down, just to kind of fill in any gaps. So smooth. When I learned that about mixing eyeshadows, say mixing red, even mixing purples, it's really cool, because if you'll look at a lot of colors and you really look at them, you'll start to see that there are primary colors in even our neutrals. Also, if you're not too busy for a second, can you please go read the caption on the last post on Rosenton Beauty, tagged right here. Go check out that post, that review. Okay, so we are still gonna put that shimmer on our lid, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a smoky liner. I didn't want to do a perfect cat eye. So let's just throw this on. This is one of my favorite liners ever for doing anything smoky. We're gonna do it just like that, and then I'm flipping it over. This side is a little blending brush, which I do like. Just keep smudging. I wanted to do this before we added any shimmer, because once we add shimmer, that's gonna mix into this liner. If we're gonna do smoky liner, I really recommend doing it before you add any shimmers. I used to try to do it after shimmers, and it just mixes in and it really fades the liner, and it becomes much more difficult to deal with. So kind of do this first, but you will need a smaller brush later to apply your shimmer, but that's where the E27 comes in. So now I'm going to add just a little bit more of the liner right at the base. That's going to add the depth. We're not even going to blend this out. Just make sure it's the darkest, closest to the lash line. I think I'm going to grab some of the dark brown shadow here, and I'm going to add that on top just for some extra dimension. And I'm using an E27. Okay, so I'm going to wipe the E27 off, same brush. We're just wiping it here on Sheila. It's just a regular makeup towel. We're going to grab this. Are you all excited? I'm pretty excited. The shade is Chiffon, and this is a lid luster. So we're just going to go directly into the pot. Nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut my eye, but if you can't do that, because I am a creepy baby doll, just kind of tilt your head back. And let's just kind of press this through here. We're not doing a cut crease. We're kind of just adding a light wash of the shimmer. And it's okay if it goes into the liner. Pretty sure that just fell there. Yeah, I did. Just go right on top. Now, we're not going to take the shimmer down into here, but it is okay if it goes on top of that. It's kind of the vibe. Ooh, that is real pretty. Let's start. Absolutely feral again. Although this was so much easier than it looks. All I did was grab this shade here. I'm grabbing it directly on the tip of the brush. And all I did, I'm going to relax my eye, that way they match. I just pressed it. I'm telling you, this brush has so much precision. So you place with the brush first. Super easy. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. There we go. Then what I did was I wiped off my brush on Sheila, just ever so lightly. And then, since everything is set, we can kind of pull this where we want it. But I'm still kind of tapping and lightly pulling. I'm not going back and forth. You'll notice I'm tapping and I'm always pulling in one direction. Don't worry about the inner part. That's what we fix later. So remember the brush that has the eyeshadow primer on it? I'm going to take that and kind of use it just to clean up through here. And I am dragging the brush, that way we're kind of wiping it away there. And I think that's kind of a cool look. I told y'all, you're going to get a mix of extra spicy and super wearable this year. I got wild today. I feel like this reminds me of the spoon trick. Remember that hack that went all over everywhere? Yeah, that was pretty easy without the spoon. Now I'm going to take the brown pencil that we already used and smoked out, and we're going to run that across our waterline. Now, once I get my complexion products on, I might connect this and kind of smoke it out, make it a little less lifted. I'm not sure what's going on. Just hanging out. On some floofers. We're doing extra floof today. These are Faux Angelics. Oh yeah. Woo! Ah, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hop off and film this. I I will hop back on and I'll put bronzer and blush and lipstick on. You guys are gonna get a first look, but I'm kind of nervous. But y'all will get the first look, but then I'll post the first impression tonight. So let me hop off and finish that, or film that, and then we'll come back and finish the rest of the face. I'm back. I have on the concealer and I have this on. I'm excited for you to see the video. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm actually grabbing this Mario bronzer. These were kind of far away from me on my vanity, and I just kind of started using them again. They came closer and now I'm using them. This is the shade Light Medium. And I think I just went a little wild. Happens to the best of us. Just grab your foundation brush and tap it back in. Look at that. Crisis averted. I feel like that's my catchphrase. It's my catchphrase in my entire life, though. Add this blush. Yeah, spicy. I love this one. Again, it ran away on my vanity. This is Poppy Pink from Mario. Gorgeous shade. And then, of course, this guy right here. Spicy. It's linked if you want to check it out. So now I think I'm just going to tight line. I'm going to grab an E26 and I'm going to grab this shadow right here. This is a lot easier if you are wanting to tight line to use eyeshadow. You have a lot more control. It's not going to bleed. And then of course this brush. Just really make sure that you're pulling it along the lash line. Okay, so we're going to go in with Endless Cacao. And then I have a new lip color. So put on your makeup seatbelts. Again. Okay, so now we're going to grab this color I randomly picked up at Sephora. This is a Sephora liquid lipstick, and it's in the shade Cinder Rose. Look how pretty. Look at this. Y'all better go get this immediately because I feel like it's one of those things that's going to sell out. So I need y'all. That is so pretty. And then I'm going to grab this again and just kind of blend the edges. Gorgeous. Do some mascara on our bottom lashes. I know this wand looks so massive, but believe it or not, you have so much control with it. I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna go edit this. I'm gonna post it to TikTok first because that's where I label everything. So make sure you're following me on TikTok. I will post it here. Don't get upset. But I post everything to TikTok first because I label there. Thank you all so much. Excited for this. We'll see you in the comments tonight.